Hey yo, what is going on guys, and welcome back to another Honkai Star video. And today, as you can see, we have the new trailer for Topaz and Numby called Expert Tutorial, which we will be reacting to in this video. Now, if you guys are all excited for Topaz and Numby's arrival, make sure you guys hit that like button, as well as subscribe to the channel for more of this type of content. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you guys don't miss out on my latest uploads or whenever I go live on my streams. And now, let's get on to the reaction. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
Oh!
welcome
Whoa! I like she's sitting on a chair. Nice, nice. Look at all that coins in the back.
The further you run, the bigger it gets.
Oh my god, Queen Energy. What's going on here?
And pay up the debts.
Oh my... Yelan vibes.
Still not following?
Wow. Wow.
Then why not learn from
Oh my... Yo.
1. Balancing the books is a moral imperative. Default and pay double.
Oh my...
2.
Her...
Shed any and all illusions of outwitting the system.
Why, if it isn't Miss Topaz, what a delightful surprise!
Hold it. Beware.
Yeah, kick his ass. Let's go.
3. In negotiations, choose ability over familiarity. Madam Herda, your account has been frozen.
Oh.
This is last month's bill.
That's all. Chump change. Over to you, Asta.
See here,
Oh.
Miss Asta? Just swipe it. 4. In business, there are no permanent enemies.
Oh my god. Another queen. Oh, here we go.
Looks like they've run into trouble.
Damn, she's so cool. Oh yeah, the stonks. Let's see it again. Oh wow.
Making friends can be beneficial to both parties. Wouldn't you agree, Supreme Guardian?
I ship it. What? Anyway.
Class is over. That's all for today.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Did not expect that many people. Okay. She did a TED Talk with their freaking trailer. All right. Well, that wasn't like the most exciting, like, oh my god, like the soundtrack is crazy. It's like, you know, oh, it's making a hype for the character and stuff. This was just more of like, kind of like a meme, a little, I'm not gonna lie, but it is just Topaz's whole personality written all over this trailer. So, you know, just chasing down other familiar faces, characters, debts, and yeah, that's pretty much all she kind of does, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. But other than that, goddamn, she's pretty stacked. I ain't gonna lie. All right, let's go on, move on to the JP. Here we go. All right, here we go. I don't know what she sounds like. I love this. It's totally giving me like Yelan energy. Oh. Oh. God damn. You know, oh my god, whatever class she's teaching, sign me up, bruh. Sign me up. Honestly, if I had a debt, I wouldn't mind being hunted by Topaz, honestly. Her voice is so like soft, like, you know? So she sounds more of like a polite, you know, debt collector. This part's cool. Honestly, whatever class this is, I'll sign up. I'll sign up. She got me convinced. Nice, nice. Alright, well, that was her trailer. Let's go and move on to her character preview. Alright, so here is Topaz and Numby's character preview. So let's go and check out what she's got in store for us. So here is her art, which, my goodness. Look at all that gold she's sitting on. Oh my goodness. Hey, yo. I wouldn't have thought that I would have wanted to be money so bad till now. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, so her type is fire, and the is Hunt. So yeah, it's actually interesting that she's Hunt because of what she does. So let's get on to everything else. All this will be linked down in the description, of course, like usual. Alright, so for the character overview, Topaz operates with her work partner, Numby. In battle, Numby will automatically attack enemies, while Topaz can enhance Numby's damage. In exploration, Numby will move with Topaz and can discover unobtained treasures. So yeah, this part like here, this is really, really cool. One of my favorite like exploration talents that she has. Now for the traces, overdraft. When Topaz uses basic attack to deal damage, it will be considered as follow-up attack damage. Ooh, interesting. So basically turning from basic attack to actually being kind of useful. So that's really, really nice. And then up next for the next traces, financial turmoil. Increases Topaz's and Numby's damage dealt to enemy targets with fire weakness. Okay, that's nice. And Stonks Marcus, that's amazing. After Numby uses an attack while in the Windfall Bonanza state, Topaz additionally regenerates energy. I'm assuming that is her alt? I don't know, that's just a guess. Up next for the traces upgrade materials, so she's going to use the arrows, the silver main badges, and the Phantom Tia weekly boss materials. The only thing that's new here is the Searing Steel Blade, so that's the only new thing here. But otherwise, everything else is pretty much the same, and it's pre-existing already in the game. Alright, so here's the basic attack. I mean, this is exactly what her basic attack looks like. It's the standard stuff, and you know, once you unlock these traces as well, it will actually be considered as follow-up attack damage, so she'll do additional damage. That's pretty nice. Alright, up next, we got the technique. It is called Explicit Subsidy. So there is like a lot of stuff that I remember they explained in live stream that she does with their technique. But anyways, summons Numby when Topaz enters the overworld. Numby will automatically search for basic treasures and trotters within a set radius. So that's really cool that not only that she could scan nearby treasures, she can also scan by nearby trotters, so you can like, you know, just attack them from a tamed state. So that's very, very useful. Using the techniques cause Topaz to regenerate energy after Numby's first attack in the next battle. Oh, that's also nice too. After using her technique and winning a battle in the overworld, if Topaz is still in the team, a small amount of additional credits will be awarded when obtaining credits. There's a max limit to the number of additional credits that can be earned per day. Okay, that's nice as well. Extra credits, you can't go wrong with that. After using a technique and defeating an enemy in battle within the simulated universe, a small amount of additional cosmic fragments will be rewarded, and there's a small chance of obtaining a random curio. Oh wow. So, first time we have a character that can assist in Simulated Universe. I mean, if you really need help with that, well, I'm assuming this also counts with Storm Disaster as well. If that's the case, then yeah, this is definitely a very, very nice passive effect. Although it's a small amount though, but still, it's free Cosmic Fragments. Okay, up next we got her talent. This is her talent. Oh yeah, this is her talent. It's called the Trotter Market. Summons Numby at the start of battle. Numby has a certain initial speed and will launch follow-up attacks when it takes its action. It also will deal fire damage to single targets in the Proof of Death state. Oh man, these names. When enemies afflicted with Proof of Death receives an ally's follow-up attacks, Numby's action is Advance Forward. The action Advance Forward effect cannot be triggered during Numby's own turn. When Topaz is down, Numby will disappear. Okay, so what's cool is Numby acts here as like an additional follow-up attack damage, which will be dealing fire damage to a single target, which will also apply the Proof of Death state. And once the enemy is afflicted by that receives, you know, follow-up attack damage from allies, or at least that's what it says here, Numby's action will be Advanced Forward as well. So that means you'll get to frequently attack with Numby. So that's interesting. So someone like Genuine, Clara, maybe Blade, the ones that can like consistently get their follow-up attack is going to be able to trigger Numby again. So that's really cool. I like that concept, and she's going to synergize really well with someone like Himiko too. She could probably potentially buff her for you know, increasing overall follow-up attack damage DPS. So that's really cool. I like that. Now for her skill, that's really adorable. It's called Difficulty Paying. So it inflicts a single target enemy with a Proof of Death status, increases the damage it takes from follow-up attacks. Proof of Death only takes effect on most recent target it is applied to. If there are no enemies inflicted with the Proof of Death on the field when an ally's turn starts or when an ally takes action, Topaz will inflict a random enemy with the Proof of Death. Okay, so this is cool. Like basically Proof of Death, it's an increased buff to follow-up attacks, so that's very, very nice. And again, it seems like it's just overall follow-up attacks, so that means like anyone in your team that does follow-up attacks will also get this buff as well, so that's very, very nice. And you know, if nobody has the Proof of Death status, then Topaz will apply randomly to any enemy. Uses Numby to deal fire damage to target. When dealing damage, uses his skill, the attack will be considered as follow-up attack. Oh wow, that's cool. Alright, and on to the last thing, the ult. So, Turn of Profit. Numby enters the Windfall Bonanza state, and its damage multiplier and crit damage increases. Okay, so it's kind of like a buff. Kind of interesting. We haven't seen a Hunt character with something like this before. I like how they've been mixing up the roles lately. Like, you know, sure, you have the Hunt character, but they also have, like, buffs in there as well. Or Destruction character that's supposed to do DPS, but they're not meant to tank. But anyways, also when enemies with Proof of Death are hit by an ally's basic attack, skill, or ultimate, Numby's action is advanced forward. Numby exits the Windfall Bonanza state after having used a certain number of attacks. Oh, okay. So, this is like a free like Numby trigger attack plus buffs as well. So that's pretty cool. Is this only apply to him? Or, sorry, Numby? And its damage multiplier... Yeah, it seems like it. Okay, so in that case... My overall thoughts for, I guess, Topaz and Numby. Actually, you know what? In fact, I think I should just only say Numby. Numby seems like to be the one that's actually doing all the work here. So basically, Fischl and Oz is a great example. So Numby will be the one dealing the damage and also buffing follow-up attacks for your team. So that's going to be quite of an interesting trend because we haven't really seen something like this before in the game. So hopefully, you know, the buff is potentially strong. As well as her, of course, overall fire DPS could be really, really nice for the fire coverage. Because right now, fire doesn't have like too many DPSs. So, also potentially she could buff some other characters that's not so great apparently in the meta. Like Himiko, for example, that'd be very nice if she could actually buff Himiko. So, it's possible. Again, it's all potential. But then again, we'll have to wait until when she comes out in the game to see how she performs inside the current meta. So, other than that, overall, I like it. It's very interesting. It's different from, obviously, like, your usual DPS, like what we got from the previous unit. But other than that, she is kind of like a hybrid buffing slash sub DPS unit. So other than that, that's pretty much everything all I got for Topaz. Now let's go and move on to Guinaifen. Alright, up next we got Guinaifen's character preview. So let's go and check out her art. So I did say in my 1.4 drip marketing reaction that Guinaifen looked like she was cooking something here. But now that I've noticed here, alright, I know she's doing something else. Okay, look, it was all a joke. It was all a joke. But regardless... she is type fire and her path is nihility, so this does make me excited. As a Kafka enthusiast, I like having more additional nihility units, so that's really good to hear. As for everything else, here's the character overview. Guinaifen is a support character who can inflict burn on enemy targets. That's good to hear. As well as increase the damage taken by enemies suffering from burn. And we don't necessarily have a specialist burn character, so I'm glad that we finally have that slot filled for Guinaifen. For her traces, we got high pulse. Basic attack has a chance of inflicting enemies with a burn state identical to that applied by the skill. Okay, so not only the skill can apply burn, it's now basic attack as well. That's very, very useful in case, you know, to save your skill points. And we got a bladed hoop. When the battle begins, Guinaifen's action is advanced forward. Oh, okay. I don't know how much, but that sounds pretty nice. So I guess she'll be the first, assuming like how good this is. That's really nice actually, because you can just like apply burn already to your opponents and then, you know, they just start taking damage. And then lastly, walking on knives deals more damage to burn enemies. Well, that's always very nice to have as well. Alright, so here are the trace upgrade materials. It's the modules, the, you know, the nihility ones as well. Phanotelia. Isn't this the same exact one as Topaz? I think it's the same exact one. Yeah, actually, yeah, basically the same thing you're going to be finding for both Topaz and Guinaifen, the weekly bosses as well as the world boss. So, yeah, good luck with that for those who's building both. Alright, up next we got her base attack and talent. Okay, so the deals fire damage to a single enemy. So here it goes. Boom. And for the talent, Patreon benefits. While Guinaifen is on the field, there's a chance to apply Fire Kiss to an enemy after their burn status causes damage. While inflicted with Fire Kiss, the enemy receives more damage. Fire Kiss lasts for a set number of turns and can stack a set number of times. Okay, so this Fire Kiss effect seems like just an additional DPS for Guinaifen, so that's pretty nice. And depending on how much you can stack as well, potentially that could be a great boost of DPS. So who knows how good it is, but for now, yeah, seems nice. Up next, we have her technique. So it's called, literally called Skill Showcase. Immediately attacks the enemy after entering the battle, deals damage of set amount of times, with each hit dealing fire damage to a random single enemy each time, and chance of inflicting Fire Kiss on the target. Oh, okay, that's cool, that's cool. And then, I also like how she's just throwing like dynamite there. Boom. Alright, now for her skill, it is called Blaze Welcome. This is what she looks like. She just throws like her sticks of dynamite. Now deals fire damage to a single enemy target and deals a percentage of fire damage to any adjacent enemies with a chance to burn the target and adjacent targets. When burned, enemies will take fire DOT at the beginning of each turn, lasting for a set amount of turns. Yeah, so very straightforward. She throws her dynamite, does AoE fire damage, and can apply burn as well. And for ultimate, I actually like her ult animation a lot. It's pretty cool. Look at this. Boom. Anyway, so watch this showstopper. Deals fire damage to all enemies. If the target enemy is currently inflicted with burn, then the burn status immediately deals damage equal to a certain percentage of original damage. Okay, so depending on this, if this is pretty good, then yeah, this could be a powerful ult. But otherwise, like if it's not, then it's just gonna be like an extra, like a little minor DPS increase. But for now, we don't obviously know her damage multipliers and stats yet until she officially releases in game. But for now, she just seems like a overall consistent burning unit. So I like that because again, we didn't really have that in the game before, but now we actually have an option for burn. That's gonna be very, very nice for a lot of like DOT teams. Overall, Guinaifen, she looks pretty solid. So we'll see how she goes. We'll see how both Topaz and Guinaifen fits in the game. Let me down below in the comments who you guys are going to be summoning for and what are you guys mostly excited for this next coming update. But for now, that is pretty much everything all I got. Thank you all so much for watching as always. Until next time, stay epic and peace out.